Oh my. Oh, holy cow. Let's get the filter on. I'm gonna mute for this. Great and get such an engaging start to stream. Come on now. There we go. Oh man. We love dead air. Gotta love it. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for clicking on me. My name is Volrelex. Typically, I stream after getting home from work, but today happened to be a snow day. Yes, indeed, they called a snow day today where I work, so I haven't gone to work today. I didn't have to, so I didn't. I have been big chillin' at home, and I intend to continue big chillin' at home. Feeling good today. I hope you are as well. And even if you aren't, I hope that you can find some degree of peace with your day. Even though I do not feel the need to relax right now, as I've been doing so all day up to this point. Good evening, Coco. That's right, it is twins time. We are battling Tate and Liza today. Hey, Micro. Good to see you as well. Because I am real quick, folks. Because I am a public employee, I am a public high school math teacher. It may or may not actually be important for me to have disclaimers, but I feel that it's valuable, so I have those. Those are on screen right now. Let's open up Elite Redux. Did that show? Oh well. I'll see when I watch that back. Oh well. Guess what? That's pretty vague. What's up? Tell me about it. I'm not sure I can guess. Okay, we need to finish our team building here. We have Conkeldurr ready, Aractrez ready, Pecharunt ready, Okidogi needs an item, Redux Torterra is not ready. We should switch out Volt Switch, or swap out Volt Switch for something. So another weird recommendation recently, proposing an ability similar to inversion. So while the Pokemon is on the field is an inverse room. I think let's put Fly here. That sounds funny. Constant inverse type matchup, yeah. Actually, this thing has Air Relate. Is there a normal type move I can use for that? Double edge, I think. Yeah, so I'm using recoil moves here because of impenetrable down there at the bottom. Only damaged by attacks means it's going to be immune to the recoil. Yeah. I suppose I can see potential justification in giving a specific Pokemon inverse room while it's on the field, because you don't have to use that Pokemon. At least as far as the inconvenience of playing in an inverse room is concerned. I do not know, and I think it would probably be hard to quantify how powerful it would be unless the Pokemon in question had a horrific type combination. Something that just gave it a ton of weaknesses and very few resistances on purpose. Okay, so it sounds like it's a speed thing, having to set up inversion, switching in, setting up. I can see wanting more speed for that. But if we're worried about inverse room being so powerful, doesn't the setup balance its power? Is that not a good thing or a healthy thing for the game? Some people wanted you to make custom megas. 2 new custom megas for Lucario. A Mega Conkeldurr and a Mega Trevenant. Oh, man. I think Porygon Z is already a menace. I don't think it needs to use a setup move. I think it's already scary. It sounds like that's the point, though. What item do I want to give Okidogi? Oh, I need to minimize those speeds as well. I would love to hear about what they're going to be based off of. I'm particularly curious for Lucario, considering it has 2 megas already. It got Legend ZA gave it Mega Lucario Z, so it has 2 megas now. I'm curious to see what 2 more could look like. And Trevenant is a favorite of mine. I love that thing. So I would be glad to hear about Mega Trevenant, what that's based on. I'm willing to look it up if necessary. I understand I'm not going to understand every reference immediately. That's okay. Shellbell, why not? Okay, so I need 1 more Pokemon for the Tate and Liza fight. Only Pokemon with inversion that doesn't have a bad type combo is Blacephalon. I didn't even know it had inversion. Does Blacephalon like running inversion? Is that a thing that makes it stronger or something? Or does it just have the move because it can? So I'm bringing... I'm bringing a fairy type because we know it would be super effective against Darmanitan and Slowking in the inverse room. What about a dragon to be super effective against Hatterene? Well, I already have a bunch of fighting types. Is there anything that would be super effective against Dragon here? Dragon would resist Blizzard and Dazzling Gleam. Fertile Fangs would be neutral against Garchomp specifically. Oh, I see. Virgil and Dante. Those are great. That's an awesome inspiration for 2 megas of the same Pokemon. I, in fact, do not have to look up any of those. I got lucky there. I wasn't terribly inspired by hearing about Mega Conkeldurr. I must admit, Conkeldurr it just kind of exists for me. I have nothing against it. But I love that idea for Mega Trevenant. I think... No, Flygon's part bug. Psychic is going to be super effective against it. Or at least Bug won't be effective against Psychic. I don't know if it goes both ways. Off the top of my head. We have Hitmonchan for another fighting type. Two of these Pokemon have Signal Beam. Actually... Brontanana? Dragon for Hatterene. And it would wind up resisting Signal Beams? Aura Sphere would... Oh, man. Is fighting neutral to grass? I think it is. It would resist Blizzard. Dazzling Gleam. One way to really ruin the gym is Quash. I misspelled that. Suppresses most effects that would affect turn order? That sounds a little too 3D chess for my brain right now. Does this turn off... Trick Room? For 5 turns, only the speed stat counts for turn order. Okay, I see that. I see that. It would then turn off Trick Room. Yeah? Okay, Brontanana sounds good. Hydreigon. Misty Terrain can get rid of Psychic Terrain. Okay, I see that. Oh, I hit my mic. Dang. I see how Quash can help. Absolutely. I'm going to make this thing quiet. Get rid of those speed EVs. I want Draining Kiss. I want... Come on now. Where is Dragon Pulse? There you are. What is Bravado? Bravado. Okay, very well. And let's do Protect. Okay, I like this. Special Facade, I see. That makes sense. So, Hydreigon... Oh, I have its Mega Stone. Let's do it. What a crazy sprite. Okay, this thing doesn't have Misty Surge anymore, which is fine, I think. Okay, it's just stronger. Cool. What item do we give it? Nope. That made no sense. Leftovers. Now, we need an iron pill for Okidogi. And an iron pill for Torterra and for Hydreigon. Who do we want to start with? I'm not sure this matters quite yet. Oh, come on. Let's put in Hydreigon and Pecharunt. Okay. An idea for the two Lucario Megas. Tell me about it. You mean like an ability or a signature move? Something like that? Maybe not signature move, because that means base Lucario would have it. But do you mean signature abilities for those two new Lucario Megas? Alright. Tate and Liza. There's the Trick Room. It didn't say anything about inverse. I'm just gonna trust that it's there anyway. Yes, it has to be there because Hoopa's part ghost, and Aurasphere is gonna hit it. So, I'll tell you what. Oh, they're so slow. Oof. This always happens to me in this gym. Oh, gosh. I think that I've planned sufficiently, and then it goes like that. Bug is normally resisted by Fairy, so that was super effective on Hydreigon. And they are just so slow that they both went first. What we don't have right now is... oh gosh, what is it? Dead air. We love it. Come on, brain. Psychic terrain. What we don't have right now is psychic terrain, so I should be able to Mach Punch. My priority should be fine. And they're probably going to target Hydreigon. They probably both see kills. Okay, awesome. Oh, wow. Micro, that sounds very high effort and badass. If you can pull that off, that sounds incredible. Farigiraf, why are you immune to Mach Punch? You should be quad resistant to it. No, neutral. It should be neutral. Armor Tail, protected from priority. Dang it. I thought I made Conkeldurr so slow. Focus Blast is gonna take out Hydreigon. Okay, I should be able to Hammer Arm to slow down Conkeldurr. Do I have something that would resist Focus Blast? No. It would be quad effective on anything. So, Hydreigon. Let's go for the 1 in 4 chance at Protect. Oh my gosh, it does it. Ironic. Galarian Slowking. This very Pokemon has an ability that can ruin the fight. Applies Quash on Switch In. There it is. Rejection. How funny. And especially because it's such low speed, you'd think it would benefit from Trick Room. And it very well might, because you don't have to use this ability. You can pick one of the other ones if you wanted to use Galarian Slowking. That's still neat, I agree, that is ironic. Okay, Conkeldurr is now the slowest thing on the field, which means it's the fastest thing on the field. Let's keep going. Hydreigon's still alive. Very fortunately. It might go down this turn to Farigiraf. This should be going to Hydreigon. Yeah. So, Micro, that also sounds really cool. That though... That idea sounds more like not having 2 new Megas for Lucario, but having new evolutions for Riolu. And those 2 potentially having Megas. Which also sounds dope. Let me be clear about that. They're still protected from priority. But it shouldn't be an issue. Because Conkeldurr is so darn slow. Here we get to see Mega Hatterene. Not much of a change, in my opinion. Still cool. Not much of a visual change. Didn't stay alive long, unfortunately. Goodbye, Hydreigon. And there's the cat food. Let's bring out Okidogi. And here we have Farigiraf. Conkeldurr absolutely carried me. Hard carried. So I understand that that sprite is meant to represent Gigantamax Hatterene. Other Gigantamaxes do have big physical changes, though. Some others do. It's like Megas, right? Some of them are big changes, some of them aren't. I suppose initially I probably came off as criticizing the sprite. It wasn't... No, that wasn't my intent. On reflection, it wasn't my intent to criticize the sprite. Although I understand that I definitely did. I apologize for that. The sprite is completely fine. So that's Tate and Liza. That was scary at first, because I picked probably two of the worst Pokemon that I could have put up right at the start. Pecharunt did literally nothing. Not because it's Pecharunt, but because I put it up there at the wrong time. Conkeldurr, though, hard carried. Let's put this up to 7 badges. I thought I was going to lose at least once. I might. Micro, for what it's worth, it's not my game. I believe in you. Absolutely follow your passion. For what it's worth, I agree with you. I agree that the split evolution would probably be easier to put in the game. It would be easier to implement. It'd be easier to run it in battles. Let's now do a thing. I agree, Coco. I do think that would be fun. Let's do a thing here. Let me go out to more pleasant music for this. I have been doing the game so far on normal difficulty. What amounts to normal difficulty, right? I have medium difficulty for both the, well, difficulty and for level caps. Which means I have been fighting these teams. This was the team that I fought against Roxanne. This was Brawly's team. This was Watson's. The team I just fought is this one for Tate and Liza. But if you were to play on Elite difficulty, you'd go against these ones. And I recall, Coco, you having a lot of experience battling these teams, and I recall you talking about some of them while I was battling their normal teams. So let me take a look at these. We have Onyx, Lagging Tail, very, very slow, horrifically slow, probably on purpose. All of your runs are in Elite. Yeah. A lot of experience indeed. A Bombardier flinging a King's Rock. Very fast bird fishing for flinches. So it's for Sandstream. I see. Because the slower Onyx is... Or, no. Yes, let me restart that sentence. I think I was about to say it right, but with weird words. weather summoning abilities trigger based on speed stats. So the faster Pokemon set their weather first, and so Onyx being so much slower means that it will set its weather, the sandstorm, last, therefore overriding all the other weather conditions. That's clever. Fling, guaranteed. I didn't know it was guaranteed. That's very funny. Flinging King's Rock for a guaranteed flinch. Eviolite Knackle Stack sounds very funny. Splitting its bulk like that is cool. That's neat to see. I don't see that often. It gets the King's Rock back because of Retriever. That's hilarious. That's so nasty. I love the detail and the attention that the devs had when making these battles. That is awesome. Focus Sash, Shell Smash, Mag Cargo. I'm pretty sure I tried to do that in my own run several episodes ago, like months ago. I think I tried to do that against Steven Stone the first time you battle him. I tried to do that, but it didn't work well for me. Very fun. I think it's also fascinating how Roxanne, the rock-type leader, has Bombardier, despite it not being rock-type, but it has an ability that boosts rock-type moves. Oh, and Stygian Rush here. Stygian Rush giving priority to Dark-type moves like Fling. So priority, guaranteed flinch with King's Rock. And then it uses Parting Shot also with priority because it just flinched you. You had no chance to hurt it. Parting Shot priority goes out, gets King's Rock back. Oh, it runs Unburden, not Stygian Rush. Okay, that also makes sense still, because Fling gets rid of its item. Look at... Look at me, sitting here, talking out into the internet, going back and forth. Oh yeah, Stygian Rush lets you do this thing with Fling and Parting Shot, but Unburden right there, it runs Unburden. I'm sitting here, talking out into the internet, trying to sound like I know what I'm doing, and I'm looking at this right here on screen. No, Vorlex, it's not Stygian Rush. That's very funny. And you're right, Bombardier having this justification to be on the rock-type team with Rocky Payload, Whiscash just exists. It's Water Absorb. Yeah, probably for Water Absorb, funny. And Earth Eater, funny. Got an idea for the split evolution Riolu. Very cool. So it'll start with Riolu. What this sounds like to me is it starts with what we know and love, Riolu, and having a different version of Lucario. Yeah? Let's move on to Brawly. So this is the team that I fought. And this is the team on Elite. Noivern's kind of funny here. Rock Ghost? Huh. That's kind of odd. Cool to see. Great sprite, in my opinion. Kinda odd. And Hatterene. What in the world? Why would Brawly have this? Twisted Dimension, setting up Trick Room, yeah, for itself. But Brawly's other Pokemon don't benefit from it. 2 of them are even as fast as they can be. Dual Umber, the custom, oh gosh, Sudowoodo evolution. Rock fighting, very cool. I see. I see. It's a bit of a holdover from previous versions of the team. Okay. There isn't a fighting type with Twisted Dimension? Question mark? Not that there needs to be. Again, folks, I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy. I have no, well, gosh, how do I say it? I technically have a right to criticize, but that's not my intent. That's not what I'm here to do. This is just cool to see. This Noivern is not from Elite Redux, but from Radical Red. I must admit, I'm not familiar with Radical Red. I know it exists. I know what it is. I haven't played it. That's neat to know. I'm glad to now know that. In-game, though, it's referred to as Redux. Micro, that's very creative. I like the sound of that. Max friendship and order a pizza. So this is the team that I battled when I fought Watson. I remember Morpeko giving me a really rough time. Oh, okay, so they shared this with Elite Redux as a sign of peace, an olive branch. How fun. Kilowattrel, of course, horrifically fast. Automatically setting up Tailwind with Air Blower and being maxed out on speed. And then Mega Magnezone here at the end. We have our first legendary Pokemon showing up in the Elite teams. We don't have legendaries for Roxanne or Brawly. No legends and no megas. Watson has the first legendary Pokemon on Elite. Coco, do you mean for Redux or inside or in Radical Red? Because if you're talking about Radical Red, I believe you entirely. I just have no experience with it. In Radical Red, I see. That does sound unfortunate. Mega Rapidash here has one of my favorite sprites in this game. This is so badass. Speed boost, speed force as well. Both of those innate. This thing is very scary and super cool. Also seeing Iron Hands here is pretty funny. Valid and funny. This EV split is curious to me. It's cool to see. This one too for Alolan Raichu, 76 speed specifically. I wonder what that's meant to outspeed. Or in the HP what it's meant to survive. I wonder what the purpose for that is. I'm sure there is a purpose behind it, and it's completely galaxy-brained. I just wonder. So we've got Flannery here. This was Flannery's team when I fought her, so she had Fire Mask Ogerpon. Did she? I don't remember that myself. It's probably in my VOD somewhere. Sure, Micro. I'd be glad to hear. I'd be glad to hear about that. Two special eggs around the 4th and 6th badge. Oh, I see. For the Sevian forms in Radical Red. I see. At least there's a chance, I suppose. And we had another Mega Charizard here. And in normal difficulty, the first legendary. Yeah. The first legendary we saw was Ogerpon. Elite difficulty, we have the Redux Arcanine. Very, very cool. Fertilize is a pretty neat ability to have on Redux Arcanine because it's Fire Grass. And Fertilize means this Extreme Speed and this Giga Impact become Grass type. Very cool to see in the Fire Gym. Having grass moves to take care of water, rock, and ground types that we could have brought. That's cool. And, of course, 2 Pokemon having Solar Beam and a 3rd having Solar Blade. Ice Beam here is cool on Wigglytuff. Mega Wigglytuff, no less. Mega Wigglytuff. I wonder what that Ice Beam is meant to do. Ground types? Handle ground types? Fun. In fact, that is... I almost... I thought you said fun fact there at the start, because I think that is a fun fact. You're right. But I misread. I remember being so impressed with Clawtificer the first time I saw it. Where was it? Someone had it. This thing. Clawtificer. I remember the first time I saw that, my jaw dropped. Flannery might as well... What? Well, 4 of her Pokemon carry powerful Grass-type moves, which makes complete sense. I don't know where my mind was going with that. A bit more than 2 years ago. Yeah, that's a wild timeline. That sounds like a unique interaction. That's cool to have in a Pokemon game, Micro. Electric Fire Lillipup. Holy cow. I imagine the sprite for that being wild. Let's go on to Norman. So this is the team I fought. This is the Norman team I battled. We had Mega Snorlax, which is notably Gigantamax Snorlax. Dunsparce, lovely Pokemon, excellent. Very scary Porygon Z. And another legendary, Meloetta. Legendary? Is she mythical? A mythical. Meloetta. Without a relic song. She can't swap back. She is locked to pirouette form. And I love the inclusion of Hisuian Zoroark as well. And here we have Elite Norman with the excellent sprite here, Bewarden. Kangaskhan, not Mega, still cool. Loaded Dice Persian to abuse Fury Swipes. Where are you? Fury Swipes, multi-hit move. But notably, it does not have Skill Link, it has Perfectionist. And then Loaded Dice to get priority and crit and more likely to hit often. That's cool. Ooh, okay, so in Elite Redux, even if Meloetta had Relic Song, in Elite Redux, Relic Song doesn't swap forms? That's curious. I understand being able to change forms in the Pokemon menu. I get that absolutely, because that's consistent with changing other Pokemon's forms. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. Being able to use Relic Song and stay in the same form. You're not you're not forced to swap to a form you don't want to swap to. That makes sense too. What natures would those be, Micro? Because that sounds very curious. Curious in a good way, like I'm curious. Mega Ursaluna and Mega Banette on this team. Mega Ursaluna looking extremely disappointed in you. Utterly unimpressed to be battling you right now. Lonely and quiet. Oh, no. Considering the event that you described where you get that Lilliput, that is... that's an excellent detail. Going on, Winona. This is the team that I battled. Yes, the team I battled. Enamorous, another legend. And we had Mega Oricorio in that battle. Very colorful sprite. I like what they did with Mega Oricorio, combining the colors of the four Oricorios. Foricorio, if you will. And the Elite team, Galarian Zapdos, Kanto Moltres, no Articuno, sorry Articuno. 3 legendary Pokemon here. Funny enough, with the legendary Pokemon starting as far back as Watson on Elite difficulty, Winona... Where was I going with that? Ah, Norman doesn't have a legendary Pokemon on Elite difficulty. Probably doesn't need it. This is still very scary. Oh, okay. So this Mindshell is currently not accurate. That is a Velozal. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Mega Mindshell. I love this thing. I loved the sequence of my run where I used this. I'm a big fan of Mega Mindshell. What is Sizzly Slide? What is that? Okay. Leaving a burn. Guaranteed burn. 60 base power, 100 accuracy, guaranteed burn. Come on. There we go. She leads Velozal Firo. Sky attack. 3 moves are sky attack. Ambush is very scary for that. Guaranteed crit on first turn. That's wild. Coco, do you mean Relic Song? Like, is that what Relic Song does? I see. Yes, Micro. I long for Pokemon games where I don't play as a child. I would like to play as an adult of some kind, thank you. Yes. Let's see, so this is the team that I just battled. Tate and Liza. And on Elite difficulty, I remember commenting on this yesterday. The Tapu Lele Ice Rider Calyrex in Trick Room as well. This is insane. Insane work. And then 2 Megas Slowbro Slowking, which is cool. Cool to have the combo. I like that. Sky Attack gives us an attack boost, pardon me? I believe you, I just need to see this. Raises its attack on its first turn. And Accelerate means that it doesn't have to charge up Sky Attack, it just uses it. Fear indeed. Firo, fear indeed. My word. What a scary bird. What a great combo. Accelerate, Sky Attack, guaranteed crit on first turn. Okay, Micro, that's really cool. I'm very glad to hear that. You don't have to impress me. To be clear, you're not on the hook to impress me. But I'm very impressed at that. Yes. Do I want to look at Juan and Wallace? Well, I looked at Tate and Liza before battling them. Yeah, why not? What is the 5? What does that mean? Oh well. So Juan and Wallace are fought in a double battle. 5 battle means it's their second team? You mean like when you rematch them? Because Roxanne and Brawly and the other gym leaders have 5 teams as well. Brawly having Mewtwo is wild. I mean, it's Mega Mewtwo, so it becomes part fighting, but that's still awesome. So in this game, Juan and Wallace are fought as a double battle for the 8th badge. Gonna let the surprise come then. And I do know that they battle you twice. One right after the other. I'm gonna have to deal with Volcanion and Keldeo. Fun that they have Dondozo, but not, oh gosh, what is it? Tatsugiri. That was said surprise. Hey! I have played this game before. Sometimes it looks like I haven't, but I have played this game before, just never on Elite difficulty. Speaking of Elite difficulty, Mega Rapid Strike Urshifu. See, that's what's curious to me, Coco, because these teams, Wallace 5 and Juan 5, being intended for the second fight, implies that the other gym leaders have that too. I believe you and I agree with you. I'm just wondering where I can see these other, like where I can battle these other teams. Like, I want to battle Norman with Arceus and Regigigas. That's awesome. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Bit of a unique stream today. I finished... Whoa. Yeah, that's alright. That's okay. Kind of want to share how the intro would play out. I would love to hear it. If you want to share it, I'm glad to hear it. Oh gosh, where was I? Ah, I finished the team for Tate and Liza, which I need to swap back out, by the way. Because this was a very specialized team that I do not want to take into the rest of the game. Team Magma is on the right. Oh! The Weather Institute. Oh. That's right. With a very scary gauntlet of battles. What up, Scott? With a very scary gauntlet of battles. Weather Institute? I said Weather Institute, didn't I? This is the space station. Ugh. See, I promise. I've played Pokemon Emerald. I promise I've played Pokemon Elite Redux. Okay, we are 58 minutes in. Bit of a unique stream for me today. I'd finished building this team, then did the Tate and Liza fight. I was earnestly surprised to have beaten it first try. I typically don't. I typically have a really rough time in that battle. In my opinion, that's the scariest battle of the game. But, you know, I have limited experience in this game. I haven't played Elite difficulty. I don't have that perspective. My opinion could change if I ever did Elite difficulty. Who knows? And then I spent most of stream looking at the Elite difficulty teams for the different gym leaders, which was fun, absolutely. It was cool to see what the devs had cooked up for harder battles. I can see myself potentially trying an Elite difficulty run in the future. But if I did, I would still do doubles only and permanent megas. These two settings take this game above and beyond for me. I love having those on. You're sitting at so the intro to this fan game. You're sitting at a desk trying to find a job, okay. Okay, so it's a job offer. Filling in the Pokedex is a job offer. That sounds so relatable. Being a paid research assistant for the professor. That's so down to earth. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to save here. We just hit an hour. Yesterday we got to an hour and 10 minutes, which I want to establish as something of an anomaly. I don't want to go that long again. An hour is where I would like to cut it off as often as I can. So I am going to call it here. Let's go back. Doot, doot. Thank you very much for coming to stream today, or for clicking on my VOD, and for sticking around to the end. I appreciate your presence very, very much. I was glad to see you. Thank you very much to my chatters as well. It's always nice to see you and to converse with you and to hear about ideas for Pokemon fan games, for example, and to hear the perspective of someone who has a lot of experience playing the Elite difficulty. Not that you have to be here, of course. Again, never expected, always appreciated. Thank you all very much. I should be back next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Good to see y'all. Have a nice day.